This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined by promoter Frank Warren on this Tuesday afternoon. How are you, Frank?
I'm good. How are you, young man?
All good, all good. Busy, Frank, are you?
I'm very busy, very busy. We've got lots and lots of things on, shows on, and all sorts of things. So it's a good time.
Let's um let's start by talking about August 16th. Obviously, the last time we spoke, it hadn't been confirmed, the card, but obviously it has been now. And a big step up there for Moses against Dillian Whyte.
Oh, it's a huge fight. I mean, it's a huge fight. It's a huge moment in his career. And also for Dillian. I mean, it's a fight Dillian can't afford to lose. And it's also the same for Moses. He's a young man now. He's had 20 years of age, had 12 fights. And he's in with somebody who's got vast experience, who everybody knows, who's been in and fought everybody and given if he hasn't won the fight, certainly given a good account of himself against some of the best fighters in the world.
We can see kind of the thinking behind, putting in Moses with someone like Dillian because, that seems to be the intention, despite him only being 20 years old. But for Dillian Whyte, Frank, I mean, what's in it aside from financial gain and, Moses being kind of the hottest heavyweight prospect that there is, if you want to still call him a prospect. But what's really in it for Dillian Whyte to go and fight Moses Itauma?
Well, he fancies it, and it's a fight he fancies. Obviously, we were speaking to him. I mean, this is a massive fight in Riyadh, part of the Riyadh season, and the E12 Sports. It's just a massive, massive fight, and Dillian's ranked number one in the BO, so he's got a ranking. So if he were to win the fight, if he wins the fight, he'll get that spot.
It's a very interesting matchup for
It's a
more.
great matchup. I mean, you're going to find out what he's all about. There's all these things about no one's taken him into the later rounds of a fight and what can he, how he will be with it, etc., etc. But whether Dillian can do it or not, we will see. And if he does do it, we'll find out if Moses has got stamina.
At 20 years old to be kind of looking that way to someone who's I mean, he's in that veteran stage now, possibly Dillian. He's kind of in the latter stage of his career, but he's been in with everyone. It's a bold move from Team Itauma and yourself.
It is. I mean, you look at Dillian, he's had 34 fights and he's won 31 of them. That's what he's done, and he can punch. So this is a big, big test for Moses.
Let's just kind of run through the other matchups on the card. Some really interesting fights on this card. Obviously, your man Nick Ball taking on Sam Goodman, Kakachi and Ray Ford, and also the unexpected one has come about is Philip Hergovich and David Adelaide. So let's start with Nick Ball, Frank.
Well, look, all of these fights you mentioned, every single one of them are main events in any of their cities. Liverpool, Belfast, um, a London fight, two London fights with Moses and the other one with David Adelaide and Hergovich. They're all cracking fights. And Nick Ball, I think very, very highly of Nick. I really do. I think he's a sensational fighter, breakout fighter in the last 18 months or so. Sam Goodman is undefeated, tough sod. Um, it's a fight that Nick obviously wants to win because I know he's got his eye on Sam Goodman, but there's been a lot of talk about him and Inoue, and that, if it can happen, would be a major, major fight in the world of boxing. So Nick can't afford to slip up, and obviously Sam fancies the job. And it's not like he's going into Nick's backyard; they're going to Riyadh, so it's a neutral territory.
Absolutely. A very interesting matchup here with Kakachi and Ray Ford. Um, how did this come about? Like, this is a bit of a surprise fight that's on this card. Kakachi was linked with a lot of names after his last win. But yeah, Ray Ford, how did it come about?
Queensbury v Matchroom
Again,
again, and it's a good fight. It's a quality fight. Ford's from New Jersey in the States. He's a good quality fighter. But so's Anthony. Anthony's been on such a roll, and he's shown such great skills and what he's done in the last 18 months or so. It's just been phenomenal. And I'm so pleased for him. He's a quality operator. We promised him a fight actually in Belfast, but this is a good fight for him to be part of this brilliant card in Riyadh. Probably one of the best boxing cards this year, for depth and quality of fights on there.
Absolutely
Great card. It's a great fight card.
brilliant fight card. And then I suppose out of all the rumored fights over the last couple of weeks, most of them are what we thought. But Philip Hrgovic and David Adelaide, obviously there was talk about David Adelaide rematching Jamie TKV. What happened with that, Frank?
Well, I won the purse bids for it, and there was a lot bit of reluctance and so forth to do it. So we're not hanging around. And he and his connections said that they want a big fight. Well, they got a big fight. They're in with Philip, who's only got one loss on his resume as a pro, and and a winning fight he won last time out. This is a bloody good fight. It's a great opportunity for him, and Philip just wants to keep busy, so it ticks all the boxes. But His Excellency, when we were discussing this, I mean, he said, "I want the best card. I want the best fight card," and that's what we got here. This is a tremendous fight card.
Absolutely. Frank, just on that card, obviously, is that the card complete now, Frank? Is there any chance of anyone else featuring?
I've got to pronounce his name, Tutsuzumi. I hope I pronounce his name correctly. Really good quality Japanese fighter. He's on there. He's 7-0 at the moment, and he's fighting Kai Ashfaq.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a tough fight for him. Be interesting.
So
And that's the card.
that is the card complete, and that's August the 16th.
Yeah.
Back
In
in
Riyadh,
back
be
in
there.
Riyadh.
It's going to be hot in Riyadh, and it's going to be hot with these fights. I'm telling you,
Can't wait.
great fights.
Frank, let's kind of move on to July 19th. Have I got that date right? July 19th?
Yep.
Yep. July 19th, Lawrence Okolie against Kevin Lerena, which is
Good fight.
a very interesting fight. We've seen Kevin Lerena over the last couple of years. We saw the problems he gave Daniel Dubois in that fight a couple of years ago. This is a good fight between him and Lawrence Okolie.
It is, and they've both come up a weight, haven't they? And he's fought a heavyweight before, as you just said, Kevin, against Daniel. But they've both come up a weight. He's coming up as the WBC Bridgeweight champion.
Yeah.
So they're both former champions at the lighter weight, and they're men on mission. They want to get into a big fight. And Lawrence is in a real good spot at the moment. He's got a great ranking, and I'll take my hat off to Lawrence. He doesn't shy away from anything. He just says, I just want to fight, and whatever you put to him, he takes it. And it's the same with Kevin. Kevin's a fighting man.
Mm. I spoke to obviously Lawrence. He's had a bit of unluck, obviously with injuries, etc., where the
Yeah,
Akpor fight happened. Is that fight that is still going to happen in the future, Frank? In your opinion?
maybe we'll see what happens. But the main thing is to get this one on, and this is a great fight on the undercard. And it's a meaningful fight. It's for the BC's silver belt, which gets someone in a really good position as far as moving forward.
Absolutely. Frank, what can you tell us about the WBO with Sam Noakes and Abdullah Mason? Where are we with that at the moment?
We're in negotiations at the moment. If we can't conclude or reach agreed terms between all parties, then we go to purse bids.
Hmm.
Bloody good fight.
It is a good fight.
It's a tough fight for both of them.
It is a tough
For
fight.
both of them.
Yeah. But it'd be interesting to see, yeah, how that goes. I've just seen from the other day the WBA had ordered that, so yeah, I'm sure you'll keep us
We
informed.
will.
Hang on now. The Canelo Crawford press conference tour kicks off this week, Frank.
Yeah.
I'm off to Riyadh myself.
It's a massive fight. It's a massive fight. And, it, in the States, two American fighters, or Mexican and American fighter, it ticks all the boxes, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's one of these fights that I suppose we kind of pieced it in our head, possibly happening one day, but the reality is it's happening in September.
Yeah.
So
it is, and everyone's looking forward to it.
absolutely. It's a a little bit of a quiet month this month, isn't it, June? I know we had Wardley and Hooney, which was a great night in Ipswich a couple of
Well,
weeks.
we got these fights we just talked about, plus we got a big fight in Bournemouth, which is sold out already. Ryan Garner
Yeah.
down there. That's a cracker of a fight. We'll be announcing Joe Parker's fight for September.
Will that be in the UK, Frank?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, fight in the UK. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And we got some good shows, and there's a great heavyweight fight on every month now.
Mm.
Every month, divisions are light.
And you've got the majority of those heavyweights, haven't you?
A lot of them are with it. As you say, the majority are with them, and I'm hoping on the 19th that Daniel makes history. First Brit to hold the four belts. Never happened before.
It's quickly approaching, literally nearly two.
At
Yeah,
the heavyweight division, I mean, in the heavyweight. Yeah.
of course. Frank, when I spoke to you last time, it was the day or a couple of days after Wardley and Hooney, and then later on that night, we saw some things about an appeal coming from Team Hooney. Whatever happened with that, Frank? Was there any more on that?
Never heard anything else.
And I don't suppose you expect to?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, no, Justice didn't complain, as I've said before when we did our last interview. Didn't complain, and the referee did what he did was correct. The referee, doesn't pick up the count until when somebody gets knocked down. The referee's first job is to make the opponent, the guy who's knocked him down, go to a neutral corner,
Yeah.
and then he looks to the timekeeper and picks the count up from the timekeeper. The timekeeper is the one who's got the watch. He's the one he looks to when he's calling out the numbers calling out the numbers, and he did that and done it correctly. He done it correctly, and that was it.
It was a sensational night in Ipswich, wasn't it?
Oh, it's brilliant. I mean, the atmosphere was out of this world. I mean, the most dramatic fight, dramatic knockout. He was well behind and he showed what he's all about. That's what's happening with these heavyweights. I mean, these guys, they're big lumps. They're big, strong men. They let one of their bombs go. He catches you, you're in trouble. That's what heavyweight box. Why everybody gets excited by these big guys.
Mm. Talking of big guys, did you see obviously Tyson Fury making his
I
appearance?
did. Yeah, I did.
Right?
Yeah, I liked his team talk. I thought it was top class. We should have got him in before England played. Was it their last match? He could have done with giving them in the dressing room and giving them a kick up the arse.
In Senegal.
Yeah, Senegal. Yeah, yeah, very poor. Yeah,
But he seems happy, Tyson, doesn't he? Just yeah, he was kind of
he's happy, and that's great that he is happy. That's what it's all about.
okay. Just before I let you go, have you watched Carl Froch's latest video?
Now, what's he done now? Tell me.
Talking
Can't wait to hear.
bit of an attack on Eddie Hearn and Frank Smith. Obviously, Cole's made a video
Oh,
a few days ago saying that Anthony Joshua should call it a day and retire now, and he believes that Eddie Hearn should be telling Joshua to retire. So, I mean, Joshua's still got something to offer in the game, Frank. Surely, hasn't he?
well, I mean, the people have come out of it. I mean, him and Tyson never got it on. People have come out for that, weren't they? That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment. And that's unusual for him to be having a go at somebody.
What the comments he also made is he said that he made comments.
I thought he liked Eddie.
Well, I don't know. This video doesn't suggest that that relationship is too great, to be honest with you. But
Really?
he's invited Eddie onto his podcast, regardless, to try and iron out whatever issues that there may be. So we'll see. But he made a comment about Fabio Wardley and said that Fabio Wardley could very well knock Anthony Joshua if they were to fight
He
currently.
catches anybody and knock him out. He can punch. You've seen that. He's an unbelievable puncher. And like I say, he's one of those guys who can turn a fight around. It's like Dillian. It's like Deontay Wilder. He's reigned as world champion for 6 years, and there was a few of those fights that he had. He'd done the same thing where he was behind and pulled it out of the bag. Punchers can do that.
Mm. Absolutely. Obviously, his record's impeccable.
Yeah.
the only fight that he didn't knock someone out in. He obviously knocked Fraser Clark out in the rematch inside a round. So
Yeah.
the proof is there. What do you think about this tagline of Fabio being the British Deontay Wilder? I see on social media.
I can see where where people have said that. I mean, the difference between him and Deontay is that Deontay was a medalist in the Olympic Games, and he obviously never had that experience. So the more you look at it, and you think, was he had 20 fights now, and all what he's done is just phenomenal. And the fact that 22 odd thousand people came out and watched him fight, that tells you something.
That'd be a great fight, wouldn't it? Wardley and
Yeah,
Wilder.
yeah, yeah. There's some great fights to be made, and that's why these guys they're out regularly. The heavyweight division, there's a great fight every month now in the heavyweight division. Sometimes there's two great fights on one show, so it's lively, and we're all waiting for that 19th of July at Wembley to see the outcome on that, and the outcome on that will determine all the mandatories that are around and the interim champions. What's going to happen with all of these guys? So it's exciting times for that division.
Absolutely. All right, Frank, much appreciate your time.
The
If
pleasure.
if you get a spare 15 minutes, go and watch Froch's last video. I'm sure you'll find it quite entertaining, to be honest with you. Sure, you've got better things to do. I watched it today. It was quite entertaining, though.
No, I should watch that tonight when I go to bed. Send me off.
Would you ever go on his podcast, Frank, or not?
Pardon?
Would you ever go on his podcast?
Whose podcast?
Froch's podcast.
That really doesn't appeal to me. Come on our podcast. Come on Box Nation.
Yeah? Yeah, that's not a bad
I
thing.
don't care about. Listen, you know what? It's not something I even think about, to be quite honest.
That's fair enough.
It's not something that's even in my. It's not on my bucket list. That's for sure. Might be on my fuck it list. But it's not my bucket list.
Frank Warren, thank you very much for talking to IFLTV. Yeah, no doubt we'll catch up with you soon. And yeah, I hope you have a good Tuesday, Frank.
And you, my son. I'll see you soon.
Lovely.
See you later.